Yo, guys, Justin James here with that 10-7. And as great of a card as UFC 315 was last night, unfortunately, we have lost another great in MMA. And I'm talking about the King of Rio, José Aldo. To some, the greatest featherweight of all time, making his pro debut in 2004, making his WEC debut in 2008, and then making his UFC debut in 2011. Now, a lot of the young fans don't really respect or know José Aldo, like I do, or some of us old school fans during that stretch. He had a 14-9 record in the UFC. He was 8-0 in WEC, and it's WC was the UFC for the lighter weights before the UFC bought the WC. So really, in my opinion, I put him at 22 wins in the UFC. He was the youngest Zuffa champion. Zuffa owned the UFC, owned WEC at 23 years old. He was on a 15-fight win streak at featherweight, 10 straight title defenses, 2 times undisputed champion, a 1-time intern champion. He had the second longest reign of a title history at 2,215 days, guys. That is just an incredible feat. He fought at the highest level for almost 14 years. And, unfortunately, he's remembered by that 13-second knockout, by Conor McGregor, But, guys, José Aldo has been around, and he's been there, and he's done that, and he was an incredible champion. Half of his wins are by, TKO or knockout finishes. That's just an incredible feat right there. He had, a couple decision wins, but mostly not. Looking at this resume that he's had is just so incredible. All his losses, Max Holloway twice, Volkanovski, Marlon Moraes, Peter Yan, Marab, up until, his 2-fight skid that he's on, he lost 2 decisions in a row. Up until then, all his losses were to former champions, man. And, we talk about the longevity of a career, and this guy has been there and done it since 2004, and how he's been able to keep his body and mind together. And like I said, he was still winning at the highest level. I know he's on a 2-fight streak right now, and he's officially retired. But, guys, José Aldo needs to be respected and known as one of the greats, if not the greatest. I'm looking at this resume right now. All right. We got Club Swanson, Mike Brown, Uriah Faber. These are guys he's beat. Mark Hominick, Kenny Florian, Chad Mendez, former champ, Frankie Edgar, former champ, Cheng Sung Jung, Ricardo Lamas, Chad Mendez again, Frankie Edgar again, Jeremy Stevens, Renato Moicano. Like, this guy, Marlon Vera, Pedro Munoz, Rob Font, like, this guy. And then he goes into boxing, and he has some success in boxing. In my opinion, José Aldo might be one of no. Let me rephrase that. José Aldo is one of the greatest featherweights of all time, and I know a lot of people in Brazil would argue that he is the greatest featherweight of all time. And I'm not even going to argue against that. I know Conor McGregor was great, but he didn't have that many title defenses. Volkanovski, obviously incredible, but we're talking about 10 title defenses, 15-fight win streak. And for guys to do that, fans need to understand and respect of how tough of a task that is. Guys, Justin James from the 10-7. I just want to wish our guy, the King of Rio, José Aldo, a happy retirement. And thank you for all the incredible fights and all the incredible memories. Thank you very much.